Hi guys, it's been a while. Pardon the horrifically rough look, but that's my face. No, I really wasn't planning on doing a vlog, but then I thought, let me do a vlog. It's a horrible intro, right? I'm not even gonna stop. So it looks like it's gonna rain. You see, I'm outside, and it's like 90 degrees, around 90 degrees right now. And in the south of the U.S. It's hot, and but pretty. And basically, I haven't been on here in too long of a while. I know I still haven't did my makeup things I said I was going to do. I promise for the ones who want to see the makeup, or the person or whatever, I said I was going to do it. I'm going to do it. I just haven't got to it yet. The teeth, the dentistry adventures continue. So I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet. You know, I don't like to drag on with like crazy long videos. If I have to, I break them up into parts. Just because, you know, I don't want to sit here and watch stuff for like a million years, you know. I like to take snippets. So, two of my top teeth over here, they were, you know, bad. Because, you know, they're all bad. I've talked about this. They're all bad. And my insurance just doesn't want to, you know, it helps. I'm grateful for it, but it only covers so much. And my teeth are so not good. They're so bad that it's like trying to get in front of what my insurance will cover. I never have enough coverage to get everything handled. And so what ends up happening is I have to tackle like the worst tooth there is. Generally speaking, it's always a root canal. And it's like, okay, you know, and there you go. And I've had people ask me in my personal life, like friends, who've said, why don't you just take them out and get dentures? Well, there's a couple of reasons. One, I honestly don't want dentures if I can help it. I just don't. If I can help it. And number two, I have so many root canals, so it means I have so many caps in my mouth right now that cost so much that dentures cost a lot too, but so I don't want to undo all of this money that I've put into my mouth so far, even though the other would probably make a better sense. But so anyway, so I had these top two molars that they got infected. It was horrible. And with the pandemic going on and everything, I didn't want to go in and like, I was trying to avoid going anywhere. And, you know, we're still in the pandemic. I mean, it's 2021 now, but still. But I was like, I can't do this anymore. So I had an abscess. One or both was abscessed really bad. I mean, I was in like horrific pain. It was disgusting. I mean, let's just be honest. And so I finally get in. They give me like antibiotics and well, I didn't know. They didn't give me pain medicine. They were going to give me pain medicine and I refused because I don't want to deal with any of that stuff. I just did regular pain medicine. I wasn't even going to pay for something that I wasn't going to use. You know what I mean? So I just did the thing that the other dentist had told me, which was a while back, which it's like one Tylenol and two Advils together, and it does work. So that's what I did. And but they went in, they looked. I was hoping they could just fill the cavities. They come back and say, well, we need to X-ray. Oh no, one of them definitely needs a root canal, and the other one might need a root canal. You know, it probably will. So we're going to send you to the endodontist, and we're going to give you how do you call it? We're going to give you a estimate, you know, or you know how much this is going to be. I'm like, okay. So they come back and they estimated it to be around, it was 200, like almost $300, I think. and or something to that effect. I don't know. And I was like, okay. And so I go to the endodontist, and she looks, and she's like, okay. She starts working on it, and she x-rays it, and she's like, oh, I don't think the other one's going to need a root canal. But then she got in there working, and then she was like, oh, yes, it will, because when she started doing a little bit of the work around it, she realized it was worse than she thought. She re-x-rayed a bunch of times, like, yeah, it needs it. I'm like, okay. So I sat in the chair and did, like, like almost 4 hours of work at once on those teeth, which really I was numbed. They numbed me up, but I really couldn't feel it. And then, so that was torturous. And because they were so inflamed and infected and everything, she was like, it needs to calm down, and they need to come back. And so she temporarily sealed them up, sent me off for a few weeks, and then I had to let it calm down, come back, took that back off, finished them out the same day for about the same amount of time. So then she's like, hurry up and get your appointment with your regular dentist. And she was like, don't hesitate. Get in there, get it done. I'm like, okay. So I call them, I make the appointment, and then the lady calls me back, and she's like, okay, yeah, by the way, your insurance did not kick in. Or she's like, your insurance covered up to a certain point, but it won't cover all of your root canals. And I'm like, what? It won't cover all your root canals. So she's like, it covered some of your work over there, but it's not going to cover this stuff here. So you're going to owe us like over $1,000. It was like 1,200 and some, I think. I was like, what? And she's like, yeah. She's like, so do you want to make your appointment? And I was like, I don't have that kind of money. And I don't have that kind of money to pay for, to finish these root canals. I was so upset. I was so deflated, because I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm like, I was so upset. I was like, well, let me call you back. I'm like, I need to figure something out. I need to see. And then I was just like, no, I remember now. No, I do remember now. I told her, I said, I can't afford that. I'm like, can I just have them pulled? What's left? Can I have it pulled? I'm like, because that's my only, I can probably afford that, And she's like, no, no, no. She's like, let me talk to the dentist. And she's like, I'll call you back and we'll go from there. And I'm like, okay. So she calls me back and she's like, he can seal them and seal them up until like the next, more. It's still a temporary seal, but it's better than the temporary seal that the other lady put on it. She's like, and you can wait. And she goes, and that way you can wait until, next year when the insurance kicks back in, then you can come in and you can finish them off, finish your root canals. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, she's like, and she quoted how much it was going to be. And she said it was going to be about what they originally told me before the insurance for the first go round. It was going to be like, $250 or so. And I was like, maybe like $250. And I was like, okay. And she's like, well, pulling them, she goes, you really don't want to lose them after going through all that work. And she's like, well, pulling them is going to be like, without your insurance is going to be like almost 400. And I was like, well, okay, I see. And I'm like, and you're right, I don't want to pull them. So I made an appointment. I went and had it done. I was in the chair for about an hour and a half getting the sealants done. The worst part about, and it wasn't bad, the only thing that was really hard about it was they had to renumb me to do the work, and the numbing hurt for days afterwards, but the work itself the sealants wasn't unpleasant to have done, really. I mean, compared to what I went through at the endodontist. So, anyway, I've rambled about this, but the point is, so now I'm waiting for those. There's more work to be done, and it's just annoying. So, on that note, that sad note, I'm going to leave you here, and I'll probably come back for another vlog. All right, bye.